Hello there, welcome everybody to this new episode of the Legend-ary Quiz. It's been a while. I'm the book, I have the name. Our guests today are King and Emmik. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Yes, but just so you know, well, before I came here, I was at my theme park, and there was this weird-looking dude who came up to me and was asking about a book that looked very suspiciously familiar to you. So might wanna.
Well, I guess, let's freaking go! Alright. So in the beginning of this wonderful thing, I would like to ask you two a very special question. How do you feel about ravens?
Ravens. I hate ravens. Like, they just get into the trash and they just throw things everywhere just to be annoying.
Okay. Emmik?
Ravens are iconic creatures. If ever you want to run like some kind of like shiny object, thievery ring, they are your go-to minions. You can get them by the murder, and then by the group, and then have them do your bidding and stuff. Yeah.
Well, today's
I think he's only a crime
stories.
ring.
Well, maybe he is. Could you like let yourself be searched before you exit the library today, Emmik? Thank you very much. Well, today's stories are about ravens. And yes, I say stories because today's legends are free in account because they're so fucking short. Today we're going to learn about the legends that the Inuit of the North Pole have about ravens. And also, I don't want to say anything stupid right now, but I think it was the North Pole. The Inuits are on the North Pole, right? And I heard that saying Eskimos is offensive now, so I'm just gonna...
I have no idea.
I mean, if ravens really wanted to be at the North Pole, I'm sure they could do it.
Well, I guess the Inuits are kinda living like in the north of North America, like all the way up there where there's still like, living beings. I guess.
Let's see, how long will it take before the internet cancels a book?
Well, my internet has been cancelled multiple times already today. Please do not, please do not challenge it.
Cowards, I tell you.
No! Let us begin with our legend. A little sparrow was mourning for her husband who was lost. She was very fond of him, for he caught worms for her. As she sat there weeping, a raven came up to her and asked, "Why are you weeping?" "I'm weeping for my husband who is lost. I was fond of him because he caught worms for me," said the sparrow. Well, the information we already had. Thank you very much. "It is not fitting for one to weep who can hop over high blades of grass," said the raven. Oh, it's already first question! The raven will ask her to be his wife. Why should she take him as a husband according to him? A. Because of his ravenous looks, amongst other things. B. Because he could tell the most wonderful stories, amongst other things. C. Because he was black, amongst other things.
Stories.
Stories? Okay. Emmik?
Ravenous is a good adjective, right?
He's ravenous. He's ravenous. I don't know. I wanted to make a joke there.
Like,
it's ravenous.
or like ravenous, like I gotta eat. I'm gonna say ravenous because this is like the boy bird, and the boy bird is always the one that's like more flair and like, yeah, look at me, yeah.
Alright. Well, I guess that means it's a point for Emmik, because it was true. The raven was telling her that he looks amazing and stuff. Alright. Take me for a husband. I have fine high forehead, broad temples, a long beard, and big beak. You shall sleep under my wings, and I will give you a lovely offal to eat. Oh, it's the next question already! Mine are really rolling in right now. What was the sparrow's answer? A. She wanted to get married immediately. B. She said for her standards, he was not enough. C. She said that the raven had to prove his love to her.
Proving his love.
Okay, you say C. Okay, what does Emmik say?
Sounds far more dramatic to say the proving the love thing. Yeah, I'm doubling down on that one. Yeah. I'll have
Okay,
to pick a different one.
well that means points for neither of you! Because she actually said B! That was not enough for her. I will not take you for a husband, for you have high forehead, broad temples, a long beak and a big beard, and will give me offal to eat. Which is literally all the things that were his pro coin, points for him. So she doesn't like any of that. Well, that sucks to be him, obviously. So the raven flew off to seek a wife among the wild geese. And he was so lovesick that he could not sleep. When he came to the wild geese, they were about to fly away to other lands, as geese tend to do, said the raven to two of the geese, "Seeing that a miserable sparrow has refused me, I will have you." "We are just getting ready to fly away," said the geese. "I will go too," said the raven. Question! Why is this a very bad idea, according to the geese? A. Because the raven cannot fly so far. B. Because the raven cannot swim. Or C. Because the raven cannot fly in formation like them.
I'd say swimming.
Alright.
Alright, the last time I agreed, I got it wrong. So the can't fly in formation. Yeah.
Well, that means it is a point for Thrill King!
Yes!
Oh no!
Because the raven cannot swim on the water. Yes, indeed. That is true. But consider this, that
Finally,
none...
my experiences with ravens are finally coming back to help me.
When we're talking about Sleeping Cat, now always in his grow in his Raven avatar recently. Yeah, were you looking? He's not behind you, don't worry. He's not here. The paranoia is real. But consider this, that none can go with us who cannot swim or rest upon the surface of the water, which basically is the same as swimming, but okay, I guess we say it like this. For there are no icebergs along the way we go. "It is nothing, I will sail through the air," said the raven. And the wild geese flew away, and the raven with them. I cannot... But very soon he felt himself sinking from weariness and lack of sleep. "Something to rest on!" cried the raven, gasping. "Sit you down side by side." And his two wives, oh my god, we're having a harem situation here. And his two wives sat down together on the water while their comrades flew down. Their comrades flew on. So these geese now sitting on the water, and the other geese just keep like flying on. The raven sat down on them and fell asleep. But when his wives saw the other geese flying farther and farther away, they dropped the raven into the sea and flew off after them. "Something to rest on!" gasped the raven as it fell into the water. And at last it went to the bottom and was drowned. Well, some may think that the story is over now, but there's a question! What happened to the raven's body? A. He was swallowed by a giant sea monster. B. He turned into small mollusks, which are shells, just so you know what a mollusk is. I just found it more lovely to say it like that. C. He transformed into a creature of the sea.
I'm gonna let you answer first for once.
Oh,
Yeah. Totally transform into a creature of the sea.
Okay.
That sounds super cool.
Transformers.
Yeah.
Transformers fan here, Michael Bay fan here. Okay, what do you say, Wilkin?
I'm hedging my bets on to turning into a mollusk.
Very well. And after a while, it broke up into little pieces and its soul was turned into little sea ravens. Which means that a point to Thrill King! Because sea ravens are a small kind of mollusk, a small kind of black shell. And this is the legend of the Inuit, where these mollusks come from. From a drowned raven who died because he couldn't sleep on the fucking water and slept on two geese. Then the geese flew away and fucking let him drown because the geese cared more about their own kind, obviously.
Oh no.
Oh no! Well, let's see here.
All because that one raven wouldn't let him smash.
Yeah, god fucking damn it.
Back it, please. Back it.
Very well, that means it's actually...
Don't hate me for the phrasing. Hate
Yeah.
it because I'm right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next story is called this. The Raven and the Goose. And I know it's weird, but Raven and Geese somehow have like a lot in common in these stories. Do you know why the raven is so black, so dull and black in color? It is all because of its own obscenity. Now listen. It happened in the days when all the birds were getting their colors and the patterns in their coats. And the raven and the goose happened to meet, and they agreed to paint each other. The raven began and painted the other black with a nice white pattern showing between. The goose thought that very fine indeed, and began to do the same by the raven, painting it a coat exactly like its own. Question! What did the raven do then? A. He became enraged and started calling the pattern ugly. B. He became enraged and started calling the goose unoriginal. C. He became enraged and started calling all other birds bird-brained.
I'd say he called the goose unoriginal.
Okay, what do you say, Emmik?
I'm kind of also leaning towards the unoriginal, but I'm a bit undecided on that one, no?
If the original, pick your own answer.
Yeah. Or just piggyback.
Option C.
C?
Because I'm pirate.
That would be bird brain.
Bird brains?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, unfortunately that means points to neither of you, because the raven became enraged and started calling the pattern ugly, despite it literally being the pattern that he before that painted the goose with. Well. But then the raven fell into a rage and declared that the pattern was frightfully ugly, and the goose, offended by all the fuss, simply splashed the black all over. And now you know why the raven is black. When the ravens could speak. Once, long ago, there was a time when the ravens could talk. But the strange thing about the raven's speech was that their words had the opposite meaning. When they wanted to be thankful to somebody, they used the words of abuse, and thus always said the reverse of what they actually meant. Well, there's a question! What happened to the ravens because of that? A. The other animals decided to put an end to it. B. When one of the raven happened on an anthropomorphic book, it asked it what advice it could hide from its wretched creator, but the raven was only spewing its usual nonsense, so the annoyed book, in fear of that nonsense leading to it being found and brought back to the terrible hut where it would dust away for eternity, jumbled the words of the raven until only disgusting but harmless cawing was hearable anymore. Or C. Some old dude stole their speech.
Some old dude stole the speech?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Stole.
They stole it?
I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they stole.
Okay.
But
Oh.
So what's it gonna
I'm gonna hedge my bets on the first one. All the animals got sick and tired of it and
Okay.
did something about it.
Okay, all the animals. Okay, what do you say, Emmik?
But you
Really
should totally pick option B.
It's the most likely one,
Also
is
pretty
not.
plausible.
I don't know what that's
that
about.
One, was really interesting, you know. It pulled me in. It drew my attention, you know. Like it had so much content in there.
Emmik, be smart about this now.
now, how many times has
Don't-
agreeing with
don't
Thrill
make him
benefited
think
me
about
here?
He can think?
I don't know.
Oh, serious?
I got a couple of brain cells. They work, you know, in shifts. You know, like...
They're just rubbing together.
Just going, ooh.
With this question, I can see the smoke coming out of your ears.
Well, Emmik, why don't you tell us your final answer?
Oh, okay. If you want me to be smart, but like, you know, the middle one's like intriguing. Like the third one is like the next most reasonable one. That's not the same one that Mr. Thrill just chose. Like,
So You're saying
option
C?
I'll go with C. I'll do it.
The old dude? Alright.
Old dude. He stole it.
Well, that means a point to... Emmik!
Yeah!
It was an old dude indeed! But as they were thus so full of lies, there came one day an old man, and by magic means took away their power of speech, and since that time the ravens can do no more than shriek. But the raven's nature has not changed, and to this day they are an ill-tempered, lying, thieving lot. Way to finish a, a story on a positive note, right?
I don't think any of these stories really had a positive end, buddy.
What? What? Nah? Huh?
I mean, if you're like a villain, that's like, wanting to have like, your little murder minions,
Well, as we like to say here at the Legend-ary Quiz, legends are supposed to be, educational and therefore sometimes require some sacrifices. I'm not sure if Filking is dead right now, if he's just standing very, very still.
I'm right here.
I'm being
Hello?
judged.
Yeah, I can see you. Don't worry. Well, that means that, according to the final victory algorithm, it means that Emmik has won! Congratulations, Emmik, on your win of the Legend-ary Quiz. That means you can now write Reincarnator whatever you want him to film and has to upload on the second channel. Just keep it within the realm of realism. Huh?
I thought this was golf scoring. I thought I won.
What? No, that's not how it works.
Lowest score wins?
No,
Clearly,
no,
that's played, right?
no, what? Hello there, everybody. Please forgive the quick intermission, but I have figured out that I actually calculated the victory algorithm a little bit wrong. As some of you may have realized by, watching this video, it was not actually Emmik who won, but rather both of them, because it ended in a tie. And since I did not account for that while we were recording, I couldn't really do a tiebreaker. So, in all fairness, both of them have won. Congratulations, Filking. Congratulations, Emmik. You can now, together, suggest something to Reincarnator, which he then has to record for his second channel. And to Reincarnator, I'm very sorry.
Let's go.
Alrighty then, Emmik, congrats for winning the Legend-ary Quiz. Filking, thank you for being here today. Yeah, we established that. And you all guys, thank you for watching. I see you next time. Goodbye!
Now, if you excuse me.
Hmm?
There's some weird old dude searching around my own personal library that I need to go deal with.
Oh god, you better go. I know how it feels like to be chased by old entities.
The reports say it's the exact same guy who was pestering me earlier at the park, so I wonder if there's connection.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Alright, thank you for this episode. Goodbye, see you next time. I'm gonna live forever!